this is recession, remember? You don't take it, somebody else is going to take it, because at least I can make money, even though it's a small margin, but at least I'm making money. So that's what everybody then will be doing. So our customer associate was doing that. Likewise, we did exactly the same thing. We went to the trucking company, we said, look, I want 20% off. It sounds a lot. It is a lot actually for our business. Of course, they put up a fight. We just tell them, look, it's very simple. You maintain your price, or you do not reach the target that we set, we are not going to win the bid. We don't get the business. Of course, you don't get the business. So we are not going to just sit there and work with you, and you don't give us a bid. Well, you don't help us to get the business, so we stay here. Of course not. Because if you are not going to help us, we're going to find someone else who is going to help us. I am sure with this recession period, you don't want to do business, but lots of people are dying to do the business. So of course they gave in very easily, like we did to ASUS. So the price all went down. But of course, this is temporary for us on the Indian side and our customer side. If you look at this side, this is, well, if you look at the business, what we do is this. If we look at the classic example, what we do is we ship goods from China to Europe. I'll put EU, okay? And this is the factory. And this is the port. And this is the port. This is the hub. And this is the door. Wherever that is. It could be Dixon's warehouse, it could be PC Works warehouse. Either way. So we look at it this way. This is the factory door. And then it goes via the port, for example, Shanghai, Shenzhen, Hong Kong, whatever. It could be any port. And the port here, it could be Rotterdam, it could be Hamburg, it could be Felixstowe. And then the hub could be anywhere. Again, it could be UK, it could be Germany, it could be Rotterdam, it could be anywhere. And the door, of course, to find destination. Destination for PC World, for Dixon, for MediaMarkt in Europe, which is very large, same as Dixon. Nowadays, a lot of customers require us to perform door-to-door service. Traditionally, port-to-port is always dominated by carrier. I don't know how familiar you are with carrier. Carrier normally are the shipping lines. The shipping lines including Evergreen, Yangmin, APL, Maersk. What else? No, lots of them. These are the big ones. CMA, the French one.
What about Berlin Express? Is it a ship? The names of the ships you are talking about?
No, the shipping line.
Oh, shipping line.
Yes.
Hapag-Lloyd?
Yes, Hapag-Lloyd is one of them, but they're pretty small now. Hapag was combined with P&O. It was merged up by P&O. It's called P&O Hapag-Lloyd. But the whole group was bought by Maersk, and they cut it off, and they only took Maersk. P&O was closed. So P&O does not do container shipping anymore. What they do is the luxury cruise. So Maersk happens to be the largest shipping carrier in the world at the moment. Followed by the second one is MSC. So 1, 2, and number 3 is CMA, number 4 is Evergreen. These are all large carriers. Now, the carriers, what they did during the recession was very clever, because there are several carrier conferences. What they do is, for example, we own vessel, we own a shipping line each. What we do is we have a conference like this, and we discuss what we're going to do. Of course, ultimately, we all like to make money. But just think about this. If one of you start to cut prices, let's say one container is 2,000 US dollar cost. If one of you start going to the customer and say, I can do it for 1,800, and you take all the business away, what do you think is going to happen to the rest of us? We're going to start fighting, saying we can do 1,800. No, I can do 1,700. No, me, 1,600. The market will just go down, which is a bad fight. So what they intend to do is having those conferences by agreeing with each other. Look, the bottom line is 2,000. That's it. If nobody goes under 2,000, we're safe. We can set higher. So what I agree is we set 2,000, and every 3 months we're going to, or every 1 month we're going to increase it another 100, 200. What they did was like that. They stick together and they set a target by the first quarter, Q1 2010. Their target price is 4,000 US dollar per 40-foot container. And they did a very good job because currently all the prices are above 3,000. The most expensive close to 4,000. At peak, I would say it's probably the beginning of this year when it was before the Chinese New Year. Now, because everybody knows China is the world's largest factory, so most of the production are done in there. And because China has this Chinese New Year, which was the 14th February, and all factories were shut minimum 1 week, maximum 2 weeks. Can you imagine the world without product for 1 to 2 weeks, which means you cannot buy anything. So what do? They're dying to get everything out before the 14th of February. Now when everybody is dying to get things out, what do? You will pay extra money to get the space to send things out. Because it doesn't matter how much goods you have to send it. If you cannot catch the boat, you cannot cross there. Because once you get there, it's easy. So what happened? The shipping line were very clever. I'm sorry, you have to pay extra 300. You don't want to? Sorry, did you say you don't want to? No problem. Would you like to? You don't? Yeah, you like to? Good. Thank you. Because there are always demand. When there is demand, there's a market. Right? So it works pretty well. The lowest ever shipping lines container rate was in 2007. Do you know how much it was? 450. Can you see the difference? Can you see the difference? Right? And that was because the demand wasn't there. There was no demand. Or the shipping line were killing each other by slashing the price. And that's why they learned a lesson and they joined up together and did a very good job. And apart from that, because they know I own the vessel, I'm the management team, but I am not going to go to Asus or Acer to sell those containers. What do? I hire a bunch of salespeople. You are all my salespeople. I give a target to sell 4,000. But I also give a target you have to make turnover of how much, volume of how much. Now, with 4,000, if you cannot sell a single box, what do? You go down on the price because you have to meet the volume that I set out to you. So what do? You keep slashing the price.